So, another reading from my book Pieces 50 Short Stories about being human. And today's chapter 35, The Blacksmith Horse. I'm just going to read you a little bit so you get a bit of an idea what it's about, and then we'll have a chat. We have a saying in Czech Republic that, when translated, means roughly this: the blacksmith horse goes barefoot. It means that the blacksmith is so busy putting shoes on everyone else's horses that he forgets or does not have time for shoeing his own horse. I suppose charity starts at home is another piece of wisdom that complements the above. What it really says is that we need to look after ourselves first. When our needs are taken care of, we'll have the strength, the health, the resources, and the will to help others. When our loved ones are taken care of, our generosity naturally spills over the fences, the rivers, the mountains, and borders. It cannot be contained once unleashed. It flows out into the world, leaving behind pure joy, happiness, and satisfaction. I'll just read actually a little bit from the next paragraph. However, you cannot share your water if your well is dry. It is your responsibility to take care of yourself, to make sure you are healthy, fed, watered, and clothed, that you have a roof over your head and your bills are paid. So this is just the beginning of the chapter, and I kind of really explore it in there, explore the metaphor. But basically it really comes down to, you cannot give from an empty cup. You know, if you have run out of energy, of resources, if you're exhausted, if you're tired, if you're ill, you have nothing to give. And actually, if you try, you deplete yourself just even more. But if you see it as the cup is really full and you keep looking after yourself, it just overflows. So you naturally just, naturally give. You can't even help it. It just, you can't stop that overflow. You can't contain it. You just don't have the container to contain it because you're full. So it's so easy to give. It's so easy to share, whether it's your money, your time, your services, your love, whatever that might be. But when, the cup is not so full, especially if it's kind of really running on empty, it not only is really hard to share whatever is left, but it's actually dangerous, because literally when you run out, that's it, that's the end, you're dead. There's just so much you can give before you just completely drained. So it's so important to take care of yourself, and really that hit home being a mother, that especially being a single mama, my son is completely dependent on me. So if I go ill, if something happens to me, there's no one else to take care of him, not long term for sure. So in order to meet his needs, I have to meet mine. It's my responsibility to make sure I'm okay. That doesn't mean putting myself ahead of everyone else and being selfish. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the basic needs of making sure I have enough to eat, making sure I have somewhere to live, making sure I have enough clothes to keep me warm, making sure I get exercise, that the food I eat is healthy and not damaging. If I start to get a bit ill, making sure that I kind of nip it in the bud. All these things, they are part of self-care, as well as making sure I have enough rest. So being a single mom, that generally speaking could be difficult, because there's no one else to give you respite. I'm really fortunate because my boy is really calm, happy baby, he sleeps well. So I get plenty of rest. I get enough. Let's put it that way. I get enough rest to feel good and to have enough energy to go about my day and to pay attention to him and play with him. I get enough time to walk and be in fresh air, which is my exercise. Because he's now eating, I'm really watching what I eat as well, because he obviously eats the same stuff. So, I make sure it's all healthy. So all that that's part of that self-care I'm talking about. And making sure that I put things in place that I can pay my bills and I can take care of us, and ask for help when necessary. um, and most of the time at the moment my cup is just about, it's not completely overflowing, but every so often there's just a bit of a splash going, and then there's little deficit, so I top it up, and then there's just little splash going, so it's not constantly overflowing because I'm just not at that point. But it's overflowing often enough to be able to help others, do some volunteer work, just be there for my friends. I might not be there financially, I might not be able to give away money to charities, but I can help practically. I can do things, I can talk to people, I can be there for them, listen to them. I can be just kind to them. That's what often people need: a bit of kindness, a bit of love. And I can be there for my baby and really be there, be present, because I'm taking care of myself and I feel good. So that's what it is. I think often we get caught up in trying to do 110 things that are not necessarily important, and I think sorting your priorities right, where you take care of your needs and take care of the needs of those that are dependent on you, and then whatever is left, if you wish to, you can share with others, as I said, in whatever form. There's really not much else to it, but if you'd like to explore it more, feel free to read the chapter or just contact me and let's have a chat. Let's explore it in comments, whatever you fancy. Or if you know me personally, then come and visit and we can have a chat. I'm very happy to provide you with some self-care ideas, and help you start on the journey of looking after yourself and doing the best for yourself. So meanwhile, take care. Bye.